couple reasons that America might have a problem with TikTok.
Ooh, let's get into the theories.
If you don't know about the Cold War, because it happened before you were born, Cold War was U.S. versus Russia.
Right.
It brought out great movies like Rocky.
Oof.
It also meant that we landed on the moon before them. We stuck our in the moon before them, and that ended the Cold War. I don't know if you know that, but the reason we went to the moon was because it was a space race with Russia.
Yeah.
And we won. We the moon.
Yeah, we came back with some rocks.
And all of the people who were around for the Cold War and remember how scary that time was, possible nuclear holocaust, well, they're having the same vibes now about China. And so it's like that PTSD where it's like, dang, okay, is this the Cold War again? This time it's U.S. versus China. And there's a big fear around that. And so a lot of people, especially from certain generations, are like, yo, this might be Cold War 2.0, especially because China and Russia are now linked up. And we're like, I don't know, Ukraine?
They got a text thread and shit.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they're in a group chat and we're not invited. So that's a problem. And so that is one thing that makes our government nervous about TikTok is the potential Cold War like reflex of it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I also think it's part of the fact that the U.S. government can't control the narrative on TikTok. You know, they don't have the access the same way they do with like Meta or Instagram or X, obviously X. So they can't do the same distribution of propaganda when it comes to elections, things of that nature. When it comes to anything dealing with the schools and the shootings in the past and the horrible things that they can't control any of that narrative on TikTok.
It's true.
And I always lean toward that because I always think it's about control. And in my mind, it's because they nobody's lobbying out there in D.C. They can't control it. They ain't got no sway over them.
But I think that's a good thing, man. Like, I want unfiltered, honest truth.
Yeah.
And if I can get that from TikTok instead of an American media outlet, that's a good thing. So, of course, they want to ban it if that's the case. It is absolutely a threat to our national security. Anything that has the eyes and ears and attention of the masses, no matter what age, no matter what race, no matter what creed, if you are on your phone doing what it says to do, you are in sway and you will absolutely fall for and become a part of the problem. There is just no way around it. The data mining, the theft, the ability to take all of our time away while we're trying to lip sync to the newest song. I mean, you know how viral I wish I went singing Espresso? I barely got 10 likes. I tried 3 times. I was like, Espresso is where it's at. Espresso, and then like nobody fell in it, but I was chasing that clout. You know what I'm saying? Like it's dangerous. Sabrina Carpenter is dangerous. That's what I'm saying. We gotta ban Sabrina Carpenter and her earworms. Thank you.
Took a weird turn. Just a little bit.
I'm the weirdo Ben Shapiro, baby.
Shut up. Okay. So but in all honesty, you do feel like it is a threat.
Yeah, I feel like I'm holding on because I know we're going to talk deeper later.
No,
so I just want to like a light touch and then I can go deeper in a bit because like it is an absolute threat to our national security.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
Actually, can I just do the history of it first in case people don't know?
Yeah, please. Let's go.
Okay, bet. So brief history of TikTok. 2012, ByteDance is invented by my friends Zhang Yiming and Liang Rubu of China. All right, ByteDance invented. It's a lot of dancing, viral. We all love a viral dance. Why not make an app where everyone can go viral doing the same dances? Sounds like communism to me. Sounds like a lot like marching in an army. And then after 2012, comes 2017, ByteDance launches TikTok. And the whole thought behind TikTok is that it's going to be an international version of it that will reach global markets outside China.
Boom.
Boom, right? How do we take ByteDance and make it global? Let's invent TikTok. Okay? Then they're like, ooh-wee, this is popping off. But what are we missing? Owning music. Owning the idea of hypnotizing people through song and dance and lip syncing. That's how I feel about it. And so they bought Musical.ly and they combined TikTok and Musical.ly.
Right.
And now we've got the Whip and we've got the Nay. So that's 2012 to 2018 when all of this happens. And then next you know, TikTok is everywhere. By 2020, 2 billion downloads, and they're getting 500 million users in just 5 months. So if you think of 2012 to 2020, TikTok is a global phenomenon in 8 years. And it's all because of music, and it's all because of lip syncing, and it's all because of virality and how you create an influencer. And now they have the world in a chokehold, and they're selling the data everywhere, in my opinion.
That's crazy growth.
Right?
That's crazy growth.
2019, Pentagon says we should probably stop TikTok. It's looking bad from all of our data. And then they're like, okay, you know what? Real talk, nobody in the military should have TikTok on their phone because it does turn out that data is getting used and taken. So let's say you're on a submarine and you're hiding next to Russia and you're like, what's going on over there? Well, now through TikTok.
On the Nextdoor app?
On the Nextdoor app.
On the submarine.
They're on the next sub app. Who's in that sub?
It's just on the sub, and this is an old white lady. I don't like the look of that sub.
Hey, everyone.
Okay. All right.
So then they take it off all military personnel because truly you could use it as a location device, and that's not good if you're in the military.
Absolutely. Now I wonder. I'm guessing that they mean all military like issued phones, not like their personal phones. All right.
I don't have that answer because if I was in the military, I'd be using a burner. I wouldn't even be wasting my time with like Apple and AT&T contracts. Yeah. You know what I mean? I've seen enough Jason Bournes to know burner phones are at any convenience store all over the world. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
So I don't know if it's issued by the government or not.
Yeah, I would imagine it is because like personal phones, they can't dictate your personal life like that. I don't think. I think they're just talking about like government issued phones that probably have a higher clearance or a known number or a secure line.
If you think about everything that TikTok is, it has like facial recognition, it has data selling, it has like you can do crypto on there. You can do TikTok is the future. Dude, if we don't have it here in this country, like all of our faces are out there, Biden's face is out there, every president, every future president's face is out there. There's no reason through like old age apps that now China can't do deep fakes of every single American politician and send propaganda like that. Deep fakes look so good that you don't even know what's what. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like, let's say you have all the data that you need on, let's use President Donald Trump as an example, okay? You have all the data that you need on President Donald Trump. You have his face looking at the sun or the eclipse or whatever. You can deep fake all of that, and then you have all of his data, and then you have AI voice, because now AI technology, if you haven't watched it yet, they nail your voice. You give them your voice, and then they can make paragraphs that sound like you. So if China has all of our data, facial recognition, AI voice control, all of that software, and an e-commerce site, and they're the most popular app in the country with everyone younger, you control the world. You control the messaging, you control the data, you control the economy, and you control presidential elections because nothing is stopping you.
China is doing this. It sounds like they're making it like China is doing what the cigarette companies were doing. The tobacco industry would get their whole mission was to get smokers to start as young as possible and then have them for a lifetime.
There you go.
And so if you can infiltrate the demographic's mind, the younger demographic, get in their mind, make them addicted to your product, you control them.
And by the time it's too late, cigarettes cause cancer.
Yeah.
You already have generations addicted to cigarettes. Yeah. You're already in the game. And then they're like, you didn't like cigarettes? How about vapes? So TikTok will just come out, like, say TikTok gets banned, right? Because they're doing deep fakes of Elon Musk, and he's, like, doing wacky stuff that is ruining our economy. Next thing you know, TikTok is banned, and they're like, how about vapes? Same shit, different place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Same mold, different thing. Still hooked, still addicted. We got, man, it's wild.
It is wild, man. It is wild.
And then you use fucking Bitcoin so nothing can be traced on any of it to make those deep fakes. And then you
use Signal so you can talk to whoever's making the deep fake for you. So
there you go. There you go. So we have no privacy and they have everything under the cloak and shadow.
Yeah, that's very true, man.
I think data privacy is the first step towards full surveillance at all times. And then you're on surveillance at all times. And then you have zero privacy and you're okay with it because you don't know anything else besides that. And so like a data leak and like your social security number and your phone number, like, okay, I have a theory that the CIA will hack into famous people's iClouds or TikToks or anything and pull nudes, pull risque sex tapes, pull any of that stuff and leak them to places like TMZ to distract us when a new war is about to drop. Allegedly. That's what I think. I think everyone who uses iCloud, I think everyone who uses TikTok, I think all of that, that's why they want to keep it in-house so they can like steal celebrities' secrets and distract the American public from like the real shit going on by showing a or a
But my thing with that is, it don't matter if it's a famous person's sex tape or a nude or whatever. The government has always been able to do shit like that with misdirection. The media companies, they own, like, if you got 30 media channels, they own by what, 3-4 people?
Yeah.
All controlled by the same people.
Yeah.
We don't have any control over. You have way less control in your life than what you think you do.
And so I just think of them buying Musically, being like, how do we pop off and really get the propaganda going?
Yeah.
Music. And we make popular music go underneath the things that we want to slide in there as messaging.
Okay.
Come on.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Do you really think that China would do that, though?
Yes.
Based on just like how they've moved in the past,
You know
and
why?
technology.
Damn, you're making me honest. You know why?
Why?
Because of the propaganda the U.S. pushes about China.
Yeah.
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 Truth. Facts.
It's crazy.
I know nothing about China. But what I think I know about China is from the American POV that I have learned through osmosis over years of social media and everything. So it is control. You're right. Because everything I think
has been fed to you.
has been fed to me. You start with, let's just lip sync and dance for fun. We'll make it viral. Then we'll use an influencer-based scheme where we boost people to the top. Everyone follows them, never reaches that level, but gets addicted to an app. Then we're going to go, behind the curtain. We want it to be a commerce site the whole time.
Yeah.
Making $2.4 billion a year. And that's just the beginning. Next thing you know, you're competing with car companies. You're competing with American technology. You're competing with like every single thing around the world, not just America. I don't know, Swiss chocolate. I don't know what other places make.
Yeah.
But like the fact is you're becoming the global entity. And that was your plan to begin with.
2.4 million just off of the e-commerce. We're not talking about the additional ad money that they're making and the businesses that probably had to buy into the program to be able to hire the influencer. They're getting money hand over face from multiple avenues.
Man, what do you think the margins are when it's like, as a TikTok influencer, maybe I'm making from the app, let's say $5,000, and then you have companies that want you to advertise with them, like a detergent or a set of knives or something. You make another 10,000. But they're making $2.4 billion. Who gives a
Right.
Who gives a
Right.
Yo, we gotta ban it. We gotta ban it. It's gonna take over the world. TikTok, your time is up.
Man. Also hit that subscribe button and that share button. Do us a favor.
Please, we're trying to get in that algorithm, puff some stuff, click right here, go in, down that rabbit hole. What are you doing?
That's my happy dad.
Oh, nice.